Hey guys, it's Cauliflower and welcome back to yet another monthly favorites video. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorites and my not so favorites from recently hauled purchases that I have made. I'm going to be talking about some new stuff, some stuff that I have loved already, and hopefully you guys will get a good tip or two, or three or four maybe. But let's get started right. So the first thing I want to start with is skincare, which is of course the most important thing before you apply any makeup. And of course don't pay attention to the back noise behind me because I'm once again out in nature because it's been like summer here, so I just felt like gravitating back out into nature. Alright, so skincare, I want to talk about two products that I have been absolutely loving this month and have been helping me in my skincare regime. One of them is from my favorite skincare companies, is Derma E. This is their overnight peel with alpha hydroxy acids. This is an exfoliant that you put on your skin. It's like a lotion that you put all over your skin prior to going to bed, and then you sleep on it, and then the next day you rinse it off. And this is amazing, amazing stuff, especially if I feel like I'm going to get a breakout, or if I feel like my skin is just discolored in certain areas, or the pigmentation is not as good. This actually just sloughs off all of that stuff, the dead skin cells, the lifelessness. It just gives me back my skin's life, and my skin looks really good the next day. It's cruelty-free, paraben-free, gluten-free. Everything about Derma E is all natural. It's GMO-free, and I love this stuff. And it's fragrance-free too, so you don't have to worry about some smelliness going on during the night while you're wearing a mask. And I really, really enjoy this, and will continue to use it. So that's definitely a favorite of mine this month. And the next one is a new product that I just recently hauled in my Ulta haul, but I have tried this before in a sample, and then I got it in another kind of like a sample box with other IT Cosmetics items. This is the IT Confidence in a Cream. This stuff is amazing, amazing, amazing. This is a transforming, moisturizing super cream, but the way I've been using it is as a primer, a makeup primer. And because it is so light and so airy, but yet it gives you such emollients and hydration. Your skin just feels really good, and it's such a smooth canvas for makeup. It is a wonderful, wonderful product, and I have some other IT Cosmetics products I'll be talking about that I'm not so happy with, but in certain cases, IT Cosmetics is really, really good for skincare and that type of a thing. Okay, let's move on to foundation. Now, I have to say that I'm cheating because I did not haul this yet, but I have. I've had it now for about 2 weeks, and I've used it every day since then, and I can't get enough of this. And it is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, her Pro Filter foundation. And I know everybody and their brother has been having a recent try on and review and that kind of a thing, but I didn't want to talk about this until I actually used it myself for a little bit, and it's absolutely gorgeous packaging. I wanted to talk more or less in relevance to more mature skin, because I think it's important that when we watch reviews, that are relevant to us. And even though it's really great that there are people out there that I like that are younger than me and have younger skin, different skin, I think it's more important when a person of my age, and even from 30 to about my age, discusses a new product, especially when it comes to a foundation, because it's important to know that even if us older ladies want to indulge in something as high-end as this, we can. So therefore, I want to report very well that if you are someone that has mature skin, if you're between the ages of like 30, 35 and up, this is definitely a great foundation for you if you have normal to combination skin. Now, I don't know about oily skin, because I've heard that there isn't, I haven't heard anything against it, and I haven't heard anything in favor, but I don't know anything about that. But I do know for normal to combo, which is what I am, this is an amazing, amazing, amazing foundation, which I'm wearing today, and I'm out here. I've had this foundation on now since about, I'll say 10 o'clock this morning, and then I went to work, and I'm back today, and it's now about 4:30. So this has been on all day. It has held up all day. I'm telling you that my skin has never looked fresher with a foundation. It doesn't even look like you're wearing a foundation where it can crack in certain areas or just come apart in certain areas. I don't seem to have that problem, and my skin feels really, really good. It is a very lightweight consistency. It sort of runs down when you put it on, but if you are really quick, and I have tried it both ways. I've tried it with a sponge and I've tried it with a foundation brush. I like it better with a foundation brush. I actually used it with a Bare Minerals one, and I love it. I love the way it applied. I love the way it did not texturize my skin. My skin didn't look like, you know, I had extra texture or my lines didn't come through. And now I'm sitting in actual sunlight, so you can tell if there's any kind of like imperfections. And I can't say that there are. So I know I didn't do a full report or a full review. I didn't show you how I applied it. If you guys would like to see something like that, maybe I can do a get ready with me with this. But I had to put it into my favorites because it is just that good. So definitely, definitely would recommend that product. Okay, let's move on to some powders. I have my, I'm dropping it. I have my finishing powder, my Catrice Prime and Fine mattifying powder in waterproof. This stuff is amazing. I use this every day. Every day that I wear makeup, I use this. It makes my skin look smoother. It is just a very lightweight powder. It's not white. It's like a natural tone, so you won't get like a cast or anything of that nature. And just a few sweeps across your face and your entire face is just mattified but not looking too flat, which I really enjoy about this. I think Catrice is very underestimated, so I definitely would get this again. This is such a wonderful, wonderful product. I only have one powdered highlight this month, and that's only because I kind of been trying out some here and there, but this one stood out more because I seem to be reaching for it more than my other ones, and I'm wearing it today too. You probably can't tell, but in the sunlight, there it is. It is the Makeup Revolution Strobe Highlighter. This one is in holographic lights. This is just a blinding, literally blinding, I don't know if you can tell, highlight. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. And in real light, you could tell the reflection is just amazing. And it has like a holographic look to it. So if you turn a certain way, it has like that, those old sticker decals we used to use back in the day. And they were like all glittery, and they had like, if you moved it a certain way, it was very kind of like a strobe effect. Well, that's what I'm talking about. So, and a very inexpensive highlight as well, Makeup Revolution is. So definitely a favorite. Okay, let's move on to blush. I only have one this month, and it comes in the form of Lancome, something I haven't reached for in a long time. This is in the color Sheer Amarose. It is absolutely perfect. It is just the right rose color. It is a mauve rose color. It is so light and so pretty. It's just so, so pretty. I have been using this nonstop. It's the first one I reach for, and the first one that I just love to wear, and definitely has become a favorite this month. Okay, now we're going to talk about some lip products that I've been using and loving. First of which is from Maybelline. This is the Superstay Matte Ink, which is in the color number 15, Lover. I absolutely love this formula. I love the way it feels on my lips, and I love the way it looks. It doesn't dry down very, very to the point of overly drying. It doesn't crack. It looks really pretty. I think I wore this once or twice when I went to Generation Beauty, and it lasted very nicely. Did not give me too much of a problem. I only had to reapply it once, and then I didn't reapply it with this. I reapplied it with something else, but point is this is a great drugstore liquid lipstick. I would compare this to any of the other higher end ones. I think that some people just think of names and right away they go, oh yeah, I'm going to reach for that liquid lipstick, and nobody ever thinks about the drugstore ones. I really like this one. I know a lot of people have said they don't, but I'm not like a lot of people, so there's that. All right, and the next one is also a drugstore. This I got at Generation Beauty as well. This is the Rimmel, I can't speak today, Stay Matte. This is their liquid lip color in Midnight. This is absolutely gorgeous. Like, this is my perfect fall color right there. It's just so, so pretty. And it's got this like sheerness to it as well, which I kind of enjoy. It's not so dark, because these liquid lipsticks that are darker tend to kind of like purse your lips, so you're like, what's happening? This doesn't do that, and it doesn't crack either. It smells so good. It smells like candy. I don't know, I have a thing about lip products that smell good, that they seem to always end up in my favorites, so there's that. But that's not the only reason I like this. And these are really inexpensive as well. And I think Rimmel hit it out of the park for once. It's been a while, but they've done a good job as far as I am concerned. Okay, and then of course, I have my mascaras. And I have one other product that I've been using as well, and I should have brought it out here as far as primers. I've been using the Wet n Wild Lash Primer, which I have loved. And then towards the end, I've been trying this one that I got at Generation Beauty. This is the Grande Primer. This stuff is amazing, but heed warning. The first time I used this, it was great. I had no reaction to it whatsoever, and it just lengthened, made my mascara look so amazing and just full. But then after that, I tried it again, and on this eye, for some reason, it drew a reaction. I had like a little bit of burning, and then I had like a little redness inside my eye, so I'm really upset because it's really good. I'm going to try it again to see if it is indeed this, or was it just my mascara that day, but chipmunks are just running around. But I hope not, because it's a really great primer, as is the Wet n Wild, which I also have, and that also worked for me this month, so we can always stick with that if this happens to be something that draws a reaction, but I hope not. All right, now one of 3 of the mascaras I have been loving this month. I've talked about it enough. Everybody loves this mascara. It is just a great... Really, guys? Like, really? You guys can't be quiet about this? They're having a little scuffle over here. It's a really great mascara. It is just a wonderful wand. It's the waterproof one, which I appreciate even more. The one thing about this is you can't take this sucker off your eyelashes for anything. I literally have to use 2 different types of makeup remover, coconut oil, and what have you, but it is a great mascara. So the only drawback is that it just doesn't come off your lashes, but there's that. The other one I have been loving this month is from Makeup Forever. It is their Excessive Lash, and excessive it is. This is one of those lengthening mascaras, and I'm not big on Makeup Forever's mascaras. I've tried some in the past, and I've been like, eh. This one is really good. I like the brush on this one as well. And it's not one where you would think that it would lift every individual lash, but it somehow does. Even though it doesn't have like those spikes, it just has like a regular rotary type of a brush, but it's very good. So that's also been a favorite. And then of course, this is my favorite, probably high-end ever. This is the It Cosmetics Superhero. I mean, it's just, what's the point in even saying it is just that good? And it is everything I want my mascara to be. It just makes my lashes look every bit as, you know, just the way I want them to look. I don't know what other words or adjectives I could possibly use, but I have been using it all over again since I got it again, and I can't stop using it, and I love it, and I used it again today. It's on my eyelashes now. Yeah, so that's my favorite. All right. Let's talk about some palettes, which then we will move into my not-so-favorites. I have 2 of them in the form of, oh, surprise, they're both kind of similar. So one of them would be the Pure Soiree Diaries. I need to, like, just slow it down because that's how I talk. Diaries. It looks like this. It is an amazing palette. It has 12 gorgeous hues, my favorite type of colors this time of year. These are some gorgeous satins, glitters, you want to call them. I call them satins, but they are so pretty. The formula on this is just amazing. Let me just show you. It is just so stunningly pretty. They blend like a dream. And then, of course, I know, the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia. This is what I keep going to. It is because of these colors. It's fall, so it has every fall color I love in here. Like Warm Taupe and Venetian Red and the Real Gar, the Cypress. I love all of these colors, and I've been using it a ton this month, so that's why these 2 have become favorites. All right, let's move on to my not-so-favorites this month. I want to talk about one more favorite. I have talked about it, I think, a couple of videos back. For my eyebrows, this is the Fiona Styles Micro Precision Brow Sculpting Pencil in Brown Ash, which I am pretty much almost down to the little nubbies on this thing because I love, love, love it. I don't know what happened to the cap, but I use this all the time, and it's amazing, and it's more amazing than I even thought it was, because sometimes you'll go back to like other ones that you're used to, and then you'll try this again, and it just, I love it. It's so precise, and I love the way it fills my brows. And then we have this little one that I'm not so happy with. And this one I gave it a couple of shots. In fact, I'm wearing it today on my brows. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell in the sunlight or what have you. It is the MAC. This is the Lingering Eyebrows, and the color is in, it doesn't say, number 6. It is a brown color. Now, I don't know how to explain this, where I just seem to have an issue with it, but it is so, so, so light. Like, if you are going to go above or over here, and then if you're not shading your entire eyebrow with this, you're going to get 3 shades lighter than it needs to be. And I know I have dark eyebrows, but somehow ones that I've had that are similar to this kind of a color seem to always just blend in, and this one doesn't do that. And you have to go over a few times before you actually fill in. Like, I've actually had to run over my sparse areas a little bit more with this one for some reason, and it's not very easy to do that. It's not like a gliding one. It's kind of like you have to just keep doing this. And as much as I wanted to like this, I'm just not that big of a fan on the MAC one. So that was definitely one that I'm like, Okay, remember I said something about an IT Cosmetics product that I'm not going to like and that I'm not happy about? Well, I have found it, and I have tried to give this a shot, but it's just not good for me, and I don't even understand it. But it is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC+. You know, the sunscreen is 50 SPF, color correcting full coverage cream. No, it's not. First of all, how can I put this? Every flaw on my face was actually more apparent. Like, the freckles were still coming through. I saw it started to come apart on my forehead where I was seeing like the lines come through. It just didn't look good on my skin. It looked so like patchy and dry, and I did not expect that from IT Cosmetics because I hear so many wonderful things about them. But it just, for some reason, doesn't work on my skin. And I tried this a few times, and I really wanted to like it. I've mixed it with other foundations. But again, if I have to do that whole thing where it's more work than it needs to be, then what's the point in having this kind of a product? And especially that it's expensive. I did not get the full size. The small size is 15 bucks. So the fuller size is double that. And if I don't like it, then I'm kind of stuck with it. So I'm not very happy with the IT Cosmetics, and unfortunately that is the one that wasn't so great. Okay, and my last not so great, and I'm very upset about this because I love this company for lashes, but it is the Ardell's. These, I took off the little card these came in. These are the actual Ardell Naturals. Sure you are. Sure you are. I wore these to Generation Beauty, and can I tell you, the band on them was so thick, it just made my eyes tire. That's all I can really express it as. It just tired my eyes so much that it just weighed them down where I really just didn't want to wear them anymore. And I never get that with Ardell. I have always loved all of Ardell's. The Wispies are my favorite, but this was the first time I was trying them, and I was so shocked that it actually was like that. The band was like that. But unfortunately, that was not a good product for me, and I lied because I have one more not so great, not so favorite this month. It's coming in the form of Pixie, and I had a feeling it would be. This is the Pixie Pretty Peach Honey Beauty Blush Dew. I almost screwed that one up. Okay, so this is supposedly a blush and a highlight. The part I have a problem with, you guessed it, the blush. If that's supposed to be a blush, then I don't know what it is. It's got to be on the either darkest of dark skins, or it will never show up. It should have just been a highlight because, to be honest with you, once you put this on your face, it disappears. Like, I don't even know about the other side. I think the other side is just like a topper. And maybe it'll be pretty as that or as a highlight, but as a blush, absolutely not. So absolutely no, 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 and no. Okay, guys, that is it for my monthly favorites and not so favorites. If you guys have any comments or questions about any of the items I spoke about here, please leave a comment below, and I will see you in my next video.